So, and here we are, live back once again on the gate 60 in the sun with the left angle cross of distraction 5-1 profile. I love this cross. It's like obscuration. It's the left angle cross of distraction. Now, distraction is one of the great arts. I grew up loving musicians, show musicians, and everything they do is an art of distraction. They force you to look even when you're sitting there saying, I'm going to watch them because I'm going to see how they do this. And you don't get to see how they do it. They know exactly how to distract your attention. It's fantastic. Harry Houdini, I love this guy. He has my birthday. He had an elephant on the stage of the Palladium in London, a big, huge, not stuffed, not on wires, not with television cameras, watching, no trick photography. He makes the elephant disappear in front of an audience, and you think he's not a magician? You just don't go poof. What's the trick? How the hell did he distract us that he could make a full grown? It's not like the elephant can be on in it on the joke. It's an elephant. He's got to get off stage and everybody's watching. How do you do that? Isn't distraction incredible? It's magic. Oh, I love it. So you can really see if you're distracted, what do you care about limitation? You can fool into thinking there's no limitations. It's wonderful. I'm a fifth line being. This is how you become a leader. Leadership, the awareness that the destruction of old limitations simply creates new ones. This awareness that the destruction of old limitations simply creates new ones. This result in behavior patterns and demonstrates this understanding through actions and enhances leadership potential. The energy to handle a lifelong process of dealing with limitation is Neptunian. It's all mirrors. How do you think that heretics get away with it? It's a mirror game. This is from a five. It's all projection. You don't see anything. Let me distract you with my aura. You don't know who I am. It's all mirrors. Oh, distraction is wonderful. It says don't worry about the limitation. It's okay. It's not there. Look, try to see it and hold up a mirror and they can't see it. This is distraction. This is how you lead sheep. It's a fifth line theme where we fifth line beings are here to rule the sheep. Tell the sheep what to do, ba ba ba. And how do you fool the sheep? You put on a mirror so they don't see the wolf, they just see another sheep. Distraction is a delight. It's Machiavellian. It's wonderful because human beings need to be distracted. Otherwise, you cannot lead them. They're stuck in their little frame of limitation, and you got to distract them just to get them out of that. It's like cows in the field. They're really all down there in the grass, and you go chop, 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 and they all lift their heads. What's going on? God's here. The detriment is the natural desire for expansion when limitations are essential and create confusion from the top. Everyone has to be led to their death, which is basically what it's all about. You lead the sheep to their death, and basically what you do is that you distract them until the very last moment. They do with they do that with cows when they go through a slaughterhouse in the West, where it's controlled. They've designed rams because what they noticed was that if you line the cattle up and you point them towards the slaughter, that the auras, the fact that they can see and feel all the way down the line, that the cows are begin to get very upset, and you have to be controlled. So they build spiral rams. Imagine humans are clever folks, and they build these spiral rams, and the cows have no idea what's happening until they get into the door, and then it's over. Distraction is such a wonderful thing. Think about the child that has an injection. Look over here. What did you do to me? We distracted you. This is the only way we can lead you because basically we know that you're stupid and small and we need to guide you. And we know that we can never show you the truth. We distract you. That's enough. So, what do human beings do more than anything else? They seek distraction. What does the average person do in the Western world at the end of the workday? You come home and you turn on the TV, you turn on the television, anything to distract you, anything to get your mind off the limitation and whatever of your life. A leadership is about distraction. Fifth line leadership. So you imagine in the fifth line on this cross that smells like the law, but isn't the law. How devious this is. They smell like the law, but they're not like the law. They can create funny things. They can go around the law with their little mirrors. No, no, no. There's a door here. Come on. Ah, the sheep go. Yeah, we're in a spiral. We don't see where it's taking us. Uh oh. So yeah, this is what we're in now. We're all in this spiral going down to the slaughterhouse. Yeah, we're sure. Now distract me with Netflix and Facebook and YouTube and this and that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm just ready to get chipped. Yeah, then I know more. The five twos are not natural leaders, obviously. It's very difficult for them. It's very difficult to accept that no matter what happens, whether they're a good leader or a bad leader, they're going to suffer projected abuse. The thing about the 5-2 is that it never sees its own 2. It can't, after all. So it never sees the natural resistance that's in it. It doesn't seem the others see something in that cannot imagine in their five projecting system. Through the two and the five, there's enormous, unobvious harmony to each other. The way in which projection works is obviously very different. The five personality is consciousness of projection, but it's consciousness of the projection on the personality. It's not aware of the projection on the body. That's the two that's there. It's often very, very confusing to them. The heretic is here to destroy the old forms. And here we have an archetype of this five line of destroying old forms. But the destroying of old forms is really a mirror game. The limitation is always there. You change the perception of the limitation. Think about what human design does for you. It's the same thing. You have the same limitations you always had, but you have a different way of looking at them. That's a new form. You rearrange the way in which you deal with it and look at the Maya. This is one of the things to understand about the potential here. That it's the only way in which you can really attract the fifth line. The only way you're going to be able to bring leadership is that you have to get a way in which you can distract people out of their old limitations. My package store to Eden song, put away all your old disbelieving. Just get rid of that. Yeah. And that's what it's all about, leaving your old beliefs. What are you believing? But the moment you get rid of an old, the new carries all of that anyway. It's just a different frame. For me, stupid before and stupid after is the mantra. This limitation, this last limitation, the next limitation. It's all limitation. But then to shake people up, to get them to move toward forward, to expand. Expansion is part of this term. Expansiveness, the energy for expansiveness. After all, the 60s gate fuels mutation, the format energy for the individual mutative process. So it brings mutation in. It's about limitations changing over time. What we couldn't do mentally 20,000 years ago, we can do today. We have a different limitation today, what we had then. But it's still limitation. It's still within the construct, but there's evolution. Mutation within any of these, because we're dealing with the life force, is the one thing that the 60s understand. You cannot eliminate limitation, but what you can do is mutate a new one. And in the deepest expression of what the 5T will tell you, it will say to you, hey, a change is good as a rest. This is a way in which we deals with limitation. Let's have a new one, at least something different. So what is the limitations we're in right now? Well, we give away our authority when we should be our own authority. Why is nobody their own authority?